then red, and then a deep blue.
There's a gun to your
and
head.
When you're out there doing your monologue for him, you get real-time adjustments.
Which most men never feel, then saw to it.
I am so thankful to have a talent like John Pallotta here in DC coming down from New York.
That you have for acting and apply it to this. I am judged and an actor, but as a playwright, I am judged by the choices I make with that pen in my hand. If I don't put the right words together in the right way, and the right dialogue, and the right characters, and the right synopsis, and the right storyline, and the right outline, and the right beginning, middle, ending, I've made the wrong choices. And people don't pick my plays if I make the wrong choices. Thing is, you are judged by the choices you make, by the monologues you pick. I ask you, each and every one of you here today, why do you pick the monologues you pick? And when you get up there and you do it, I say to myself, why on earth do you pick that monologue? There's nothing happening in it. Oh, because I thought it was sweet. You know what? Sweet is not going to get you the job. Do you know why people like Jane and Robert and Mary get cast? Because they take risks. They pick the most powerful, most demanding monologues that stand out. Robert doing Mary, doing Victoria Station. These are very, very, very hard. And even Robert doing conceptual Shakespeare. These are very, extremely demanding, hard pieces. And they get cast because they take risks. Actors that don't take risks and settle for mediocre, that's what they get. Mediocre. And then they go home and they wonder why they didn't get cast. You know, and the minute and then when they leave the classroom here today and they go home, they'll forget the fact that I tell them, you know, this is Drama Bookshop, 250 West 40th Street. I want you to go there. I want you to look monologues that take risks, that you can risk it and put yourself out on the line. You know, I go to the Drama Bookshop once a week. I sit there for 2 hours and I review plays, new monologues, new scenes. You know, I used to want to pick the scenes and the monologues for people. But they're like, oh, I can't do that. You know, I would welcome the opportunity. I mean, I've been taking risks. Acting? Since, gosh, looking back, I started, you know, and the teachers, all the way going back, sessions at Lee Strasberg, in the Actor Studio, and Bill Hickey, and Uta Hagen, and all of those people. They says, John, you got to take risks. If you don't take risks, no one's going to know the Actor Studio. You know, Harvey Keitel said, you know what? No one gives a damn about you. Nobody. You're one in millions and millions of people. You know, people that pick up backstage here, they think they're the only actor. No, hello. There's a couple of million people in this city alone who are trained, who are single, double, triple, quadruple threats, who are trained to blow you out of the water. You know, like I told the gentleman on the tape, the day you realize and you wake up and you say to yourself that you are an actor, and you are going to take this seriously, and you are going to beat everybody in, not just this classroom, every classroom, out of that job, is the day you start earning your PhD in passion in theater. Because you know what it is? I mean, he asked me, he goes, Joe, when you do something in class, how come you do it so good? You know, because, you know, I don't really remember my bachelor's. I made it by the skin of my teeth. But you know what? I learned. I starved as an actor. But you know what? Even my starving years as an actor, I never gave up the love and the passion for this. And I don't say the word business, because most people use the word business. I sure, the business is very important. The business pays my mortgage. But you know what? The craft keeps me going. And it's the craft that'll keep you going for your career, you're passionate. A lot of folks, they come and they don't get a role within the first couple of years. You know what? They drop out. They become disappointed. They lose faith, and they drop out of the scene altogether. Folks that come and they're like, John, I've been doing acting for a year, and I haven't gotten any leads in a movie. Well, you know what? Neither have I. Maybe I'm not meant to be a lead in a movie. You know what? I play the crack addict. I play the drug addict. I play Quasimodo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's where it is. You know what? I tell people in my 27 years, I have the fame and the stardom. You know where the fame and the stardom is? Here. That's where you know you made it. That is top billing. Here. When you know you can step on any stage, anywhere in this world, in this country, and command that role. That's stardom. Here. And I try to instill that the day you start to realize that is the day you begin your life as a career. A lot of folks are just getting in this,